Let's talk about the Galaxy S8, the new exploding phone from Samsung. No.
The hot phone.
No, it's not going to explode. Yeah. Samsung had an event on Wednesday in New York City. I don't know if anybody went, showing off the new S8. You didn't go, Erin?
No, I shouldn't be saying this in the context of this podcast, but I don't really cover gadgets. So
no, I resisted covering gadgets for years. I wanted to talk about computing and technology, and anytime I went anywhere, people say, "Yeah, but what about the new phone?"
Right.
Yes.
Because all people care about is shiny gadgets.
Right.
Those stories get a lot more traffic than my very, very thoughtful analyses of the latest M&A transaction.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's crazy.
Right.
So I ordered the S8 Plus because that's my job. And actually, you know what happened is I kind of, in the process, fell in love with gadgets too. And now I always have a new phone every 5 minutes. This is going to be the precursor of what we're going to see a lot in the next coming years, which are essentially phones with minimal bezels, minimal frames. Even Apple, supposedly, with its next generation iPhone, will get rid of the physical home button and spread that screen almost all the way to the edge, top, bottom, and left and right. The Galaxies, for some times now, since the S6 Edge, have gone all the way around left to right.
Right. Well, optionally, the high-end models go all the way around.
And I actually like, they're calling it the Infinity Display, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
I actually like it. I don't like the curvature. I don't see, there's nothing to, that edge is wasted. It's not like they put stuff on there, but I never use it.
I never use that.
And
I'm not sold on the utility of it.
Yeah.
I buy pretty much, I have to with my job, running a game studio.
Do you do mobile games?
We do. And we've looked really hard at doing Android games. I was really sad when they announced this phone because I was going to buy it. And I'm like, I'm running for Congress. I don't have to buy this phone this year. I was very sad about that.
No, you can use it. You do as the president does and use an S3.
Well, no, I think we'll go with the more secure. I think it's a gorgeous phone. I'm a little worried about the lower battery size in it. Like they did go very conservative with battery tech this time, understandably.
I wonder why.
Yeah, but I have to say the curved display, the Samsung Galaxy Edge is a more beautiful phone, but I think people don't understand that when you're actually using it, it picks up glare and it's just very awkward. Like,
it looks pretty, but it's not practical.
And if you have a case on your phone, it kind of destroys it anyway. I mean, because the case, the edge covers it.
So what I was excited because they're making two models. The S8 is 5.8 inches screen size, and the S8 Plus is 6.2 inches. But I was excited because they've gotten rid of the bezel. And I checked the measurements. The S8 Plus, the bigger 6.2-inch screen, is the same physical size of the phone as an iPhone 7 Plus, which is a 5.5-inch screen, because you don't have all this wasted space. It is weirdly tall. So LG did this with their new G6 too. They're doing these tall phones so that you can use one hand.
Right.
If it's too wide, and I actually couldn't do the Apple 7 Plus with one hand, but these are narrower, taller phones. So I don't know, and they're getting rid of the fingerprint reader on the front. They're going to put that on the back right next to the camera,
which I like.
So you can smudge the camera.
The Pixel has it on the back.
Yeah, the Pixel has it in the right spot.
I like it, so I can just
go
like this.
Samsung's going to put it up by the camera.
Oh yeah, that's not so good.
Yeah,
and then they'll have a capacitive button. Although there's an option, there's apparently something physical under the screen, so you can press the screen really hard, and there'll be a home button there. That's dopey. I'll turn that off right away. Apparently you can. And then one more thing that is a little controversial. They've added the iris scanning, which is very secure. That was in the Note 7. I had that for about a week before I had to turn. But I liked it. It was a little slow. You had to position it just right. But it's as accurate as a fingerprint reader because your irises are as unique as your fingerprint, maybe even more so. They're going to have the fingerprint. And then they're also going to have face recognition. And all the videos we've seen, it's like this. It's instant. Boom. Unfortunately, somebody at the show on Wednesday brought a picture of themselves, or actually took a picture of themselves with their phone. This is intrepid journalism, and then was able to unlock the S8 with a picture of themselves on a phone. So it means and even Samsung says it's not the most secure. It's not secure at all.
I thought they were supposed to look for some movement, like look for your eyelashes.
So there's some apps that do this. On my banking app, USAA uses face recognition, but they say in the process, blink now. Now blink.
You got to see. Yeah, they got to see the movement. Yep.
This is a Windows machine. This uses Windows Hello, and Windows, if it's a Windows Hello face recognition capable machine, they don't just have a regular camera; they have a depth sensing camera, like on the Kinect, and that can tell if you're a human, if you're in 3 dimensions. And they can also, the way these face recognitions work, they measure like distance, interpupillary distance, and length of the nose, but they can also now measure the depth of the eyes. You know, how big your mouth is, if your ears are in the back of your head or in the front. And so that's more accurate and probably less easily spoofed, I would assume.
Right. But you still have to have a password as a backup.
You should.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Yeah.
And Samsung says if you're going to use Samsung Pay, you should use fingerprint or iris to be extra sure.